Good morning, everyone. Big Sky back on you again today. So, today we are going to talk about the afterlife, where we supposedly go when we die, and our souls can be free and have all the fun we want. And get a little more about that too. So, first question: do you believe in the afterlife? I had 16 yes, 2 no. Well, that's reasonable. We honestly don't know what happens when we die. We could just shut off. Our souls could go somewhere else. I mean, there's hundreds of possibilities. For me, I believe we do go somewhere. I believe there's a heaven and there's a bad place. Um, just because there's been so many things that have happened in the world that there has to be some place. I mean, we do have souls, and the souls have to go somewhere after our bodies can't keep them in anymore. Um, do you feel like you are being watched by angels or spirits of your relatives or whatever? I had 13 yeses, 1 no. I tell you what, there have been times where things have happened, or I hear someone's voice that sounds like someone I know that died, or I get this feeling. I mean, it's like a chill up your spine, or your arm hairs go up, or something. You just get a feeling like something's around you that's not normal. So I do believe in ghosts and stuff like that because anything's possible. You just have to have an open mind. Next one. Have you ever wished you could see heaven or wherever we go? I had 12 yes, 2 no. That's a tough one because, of course, I want to see what heaven looks like, but I don't want to ruin the surprise. Because first time you see it, you're not going to want to leave. You're going to want to stay, and if it's not your time yet, then you're going to get sent back. But I'm ready for the surprise. I think it's going to be wonderful. Do you believe in reincarnation? If you don't know what reincarnation is, that means when you die, your soul goes into a new body, becomes a new person, and stuff like that. And there's been plenty of stories around the world of people having memories from their past lives, or remembering little details that no one else should know, and stuff like that. I mean, there's even a story about, like, if you have a birthmark anywhere in your body, like your head, your arm, stuff, they say that's the mark of how you died, or how you came into the afterlife, which I can see being true. I mean, again, we don't know everything, but I can see it being very true. And kind of another thing on that, I think we get a choice. I think either we can go to heaven or we can do life over again, which is kind of interesting and cool at the same time. I mean, in my opinion, it depends how I'm feeling. I probably want to take a break for a while, but that's just me. But I did have 7 believe yes, 5 believe no. If you could know when it was your time, would you want to know? I had 7 yes, 5 no. There's been movies about this and stuff, and it's all just interesting. I would not want to know because I would just think about it all the time. It would probably ruin my life. I'd probably stress about it all the time, and it probably would speed up the clock. I mean, we don't know when really is our time because that could affect everything. I mean, going back, like if they ever find time machines, I hope they never use them because anything you do to mess up your future could have devastating consequences. So no, I wouldn't want to know. I would want it to be at least a good surprise. I mean, it could be I die in my sleep, or I die of a heart attack, or brain injury in my luck, or cancer. I really don't want to get cancer. If you could, if you ever watch Supernatural, would you ever want your personal heaven or would you want people? I had 1 for personal heaven and 11 for people. I would not want to be in heaven by myself. I mean, people say I can't wait to see my husband or my kids or whatever when I die. I would want to have people to be with. I mean, I don't know how it works, but I would want to be around other souls. I don't want to be myself. That'd just be depressing. I mean, Supernatural kind of made a beautiful example of how that looks, and the ending. That's how heaven would look like for me, at least. Everybody gets their own little spot, but they can still connect with each other and hang out and stuff, and they get just beautiful. Watch Supernatural, and at the last episode, that's kind of heaven I want. Oh, if you could choose, would you want to be young or middle aged when you go to heaven? if you're in heaven, if it doesn't matter. I mean, if I could look young, awesome. I mean, middle-aged, cool too. I mean, as long as I'm me, I really don't care. I had 5 for younger and 7 for middle age. I guess it's anybody's guess. So people, heaven's always pictured as either like a field or it's like a beautiful nature preserve, like just something magical. And then there's some heavens that are pictured like you have like stuff, you have TVs, you have all the food you can eat and stuff we liked from Earth. I had 3 people wanted the field and 10 wanted stuff from Earth. I think it could be a mixture. I mean, there's stuff down here that I would love to do in heaven. I mean, play video games, watch TV, just enjoy myself. I mean, not have to worry about anything. That is my opinion. But in heaven, our minds could be completely different, and we could just be like, "Oh, this is beautiful." But you get what I'm saying. Next one. Oh, if you could live forever, so that means you never die. You just live on forever. I had 3 yes, 11 no. I tell you what, I would not want to live forever because I know there's a million things you can do on this planet, and there's probably a million things I'd want to do. But after you do them all, it gets boring, and you just see the same things over and over again. I mean, there's always new stuff to do, but you just get tired of it. I mean, after you do everything, what's left to do? I mean, that's why people do bucket lists. I mean, bucket lists I love because that gets you everything you want to do, and you pass out and go to heaven, and you get to enjoy your heaven. But living forever is just kind of a torture thing. I mean, people have seen movies that this happen, and it always ends badly. The person goes crazy, or they just are alone, or stuff like that. I mean, I would not want to live forever. I mean, I'm a guy that when it's my time, it's my time. I mean, it's gonna suck, but it would be my time. Are you scared for your time? I am scared of what's gonna be going on in my life. I mean, if I have kids or something, or I have people depending on me, of course I'll be scared. I mean, I got people depending on me right now, and I am not planning on going anywhere. But I mean, if something happened to me and I knew it was coming, I would try to make a plan in my own way, because there are people that I know would have that would not handle it well. But I'm just doing one day at a time. That's all you can really do. I had 10 yes and 4 no for that. So the last question. If you had to choose me to be in your heaven, would you? I had 10 yes, 2 no. I am not everybody's cup of tea. I am an interesting person. I am loud. I'm opinionated, and I say what's on my mind. I don't hold back. So I can understand. It's heaven. You can do what you want. But yeah. And I want to tell you, everybody, I'm just talking about afterlife. You don't have to worry about it. I mean, it's a thing that's going to be a surprise for all of us. No one knows how it's going to be. I just hope everyone gets to enjoy it. We all get to be together and have laughs. Hell, maybe I'll do a channel up there. I'll be like, this is Big Sky reporting live for heaven. Can you imagine? It'd be kind of interesting. But don't be scared. Death and life are of the same coin. You live and you die. That's the way life works. You could enjoy it as much as you can until it's the end. I hope everyone enjoyed this video. If you have any comments or questions, please comment below. And I hope everyone enjoys the rest of the week. From Big Sky to you, make sure you live life. Love you all. Peace.